Hopefully we can find more of these Dragon Balls.
Were I to find myself in an unfamiliar wilderness, my first instinct would be to seek out signs of civilization. Ordinarily, perhaps, but in this wounded state, he may not have wished to risk contact with strangers of unknown allegiance. Yet, even had Thancred chosen to remain in the forest, the hunters would surely have stumbled across his trail. Tailfeather doesn't strike me as an isolated outpost, though. Merchants and traders pass through reasonably regularly, do they not? In which case, we'll need to provide a more detailed description when we question the locals. Fear not, Kryle. I have already prepared several sketches of Thancred for that very purpose.
Can I see it?
This is impressive. You drew him from memory? A skill I acquired some years ago for reasons I no longer remember. I propose we split into pairs. Yestola and I will inquire at the outlying encampments, while Meteor and Kryle question the residents of Tailfeather. Afterwards, we shall regroup near Lothesvath and share our findings. Assuming there are no objections, let us be about it.
So,
My, he certainly has matured, hasn't he? Hard to imagine he was once a boy who practiced drawing for hours to impress young ladies. Anyway, we had best get started. Find me when you're finished making your rounds.
can I see the sketch? Boo. Boo. Look at it. Look at it.
Searching for a friend of yours? Well, let's have a look then.
Oh, you can look at it, but I can't look at this surprisingly accurate depiction of the missing Thancred, suggesting that Alphino may have mistaken his life's calling. I can't even know.
No, ain't seen him around, sorry.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright.
What you got there? A sketch?
Your voice changed every time I talk to you, bud. Yeah.
Right. I can't say I know the face. You say he's something of a warrior?
Yeah, I guess.
I heard a tale the other day about a urine vagabond who brought down a bandersnatch by himself, and with style. Way they tell it, he was dancing with the beast like it was the bell of the bleeding bull. Sound like your man?
Yeah, kinda. Alright.
More specific, urine man. We're not exactly rare, you know. Would be more specific?
Yeah. I got a picture of
him. Yes. Well, I did spy this one bloke a while back. Didn't get a good look at his face, but could have been him. This was beyond the forest, as I recall, along the river, to the west of Tailfeather. I remember thinking he wasn't much of a hunter. The lad was making no effort to cover his tracks, see? That, and he was carrying an axe instead of a bow.
An axe? I've never thought of him as a warrior.
Finished? Oh, in that case, I think I've learned everything we can here. Let us see what the others have found out.
Alright. Why did he have an axe? That doesn't make any sense. Changes jobs too often, man. Don't look at me like that. We're waiting. Stare at me blankly. See, they respected me because I had a bow. And they respect hunters.
My apologies for our late arrival. We thought it wise to question as many of the hunters as we could.
Did you just throw shade at me for getting here sooner? I asked everybody questions.
Many have made camp in inaccessible locations, ideal for hunting game, not so for receiving visitors. Nevertheless, our time proved well spent. There have been countless sightings of an exceptionally capable Huron hunter with whom no one is familiar. Though none chance to see the man's face, his height and build match Thancred's description, as does his fighting prowess.
Yeah, so I was told some things as well.
So, you've heard the same tales. Be that as it may, we yet want for conclusive proof. Mayhap this is unrelated, but I heard a curious tale regarding a Vath trader. He came to Tailfeather in search of garments fit for a man of refinement, which seemed a rather curious description for one of his kind. You were implying that Thancred sent a Vath to the market in his stead? Why would he not go himself? Well, if you recall, you yourself emerged from the livestream as naked as your name's day. It is a scene I shall never forget. Is it now? Oh, well, I was pleased to see you. I mean, it was a simple statement of fact. It stands to reason that Thancred found himself in the same predicament. In any case, if he had dealings with the Vath, they should be able to tell us, no? Right. Quite right. Quite, yep, that was my point the whole time. That's all I meant.
I think we're gonna need to see your sketchbook, buddy. I think we're gonna need to see what you've been sketching in your free time.
Well, what are we waiting for? For all we know, Thancred could be waiting for us in Lothus Vath. We must go to see the Vath right away. Come along, everyone, right away. Move the subject along. I don't want to linger on this any longer.
Alright. There are naked sketches of Y'shtola. That's just confirmed. That's just a fact now. We know that. M-rated merge drop.
Great hunters! We welcome you once more to Lothus Vath. What do you seek this day? We seek a man. A man with whom we are told you may have had certain dealings. How curious. The hunters tire of godly sport and pursue mortal prey. No, he is not prey, but a friend, long lost missing. Good. He is a friend to the Vath as well, one with whom we have traded many times. Truly, and you are quite certain it was this man? There is no doubt. This fleshling clothed in skins came to us from Somol, lost and weak. He offered meat and hides in trade. In an exchange, we tended his wounds. He brought us much flesh. So skilled a hunter he was. Much flesh. When he asked for garments, we were glad to provide them.
And where is he now?
Gone to Lorthusknath, not long ago, when he heard the One Mind had summoned our god once more.
Ravana has returned?
Vinovnia did say that the Nav had grown as before, but what could Thancred hope to accomplish by himself? Honored Elder, we thank you for your help. Would that we could repay this kindness ere we depart, but we must hasten to our comrade's side. Go, great hunters, lest the Nav claim him as a sacrifice.
Oh. Honestly, I kind of expected them to demand something of us for that. Now, I feel like the other Scions should be here fighting with me. Where are they? Is that just a lack of escort technology? Because if you take all gameplay, not as technical limitations or design choices, but instead as canon, what is implied here is that they're just standing back while I sit here. Are we all happy with our choices? Oh, welcome up, guys. I've just been slaying. You guys always seem to be able to get places faster than me right until it matters, huh?
Thancred. It could be Thancred. We must hurry.
Well, fine. Ignore what I just did for you. We must hurry. No need to credit me. What are you doing here?
This day, we reclaim the reins of history. This day, we rid ourselves of the Ascians forever!
Fools playing at heroes, all of you. Is this how you believe you can save your world?
We can and we will, Ascian. You shall see. Or perhaps you will not!
Why is that in Heaven's word?
So you are the warrior of light. The savior of Eorzea. It's a wonder you didn't come sooner, what with the primal and all. Lost a step, have we?
Have care. The ether moves strangely around him.
It would seem we share a common enemy. Mayhap you would tell us who you are. Shall we show them?
See? Paladins have no DPS. Oh, why am I a bard for this? I can't beat a warrior.
Not very sporting of you to interrupt, but so be it. Mark well our faces, warrior of light, for we are the warriors of darkness, walkers of a different path, and we shall meet again.
Warriors of Darkness? Really?
Thancred, are you all right?
Pleasantries can wait. I'd rather not be here when the Nath arrive. Agreed?
No, that can't be real. Oh my god. Oh my god. Why? Why would you pay that? Armor Girl, thank you so much for 15 months. I cannot believe we met the Warriors of Darkness in Heavensward.
Oh no! I was clicking too fast and I just turned in my book for nothing. Oh, that's
Obviously,
so heartbreaking.
I know we deal with them in Shadowbringers, so I assumed we met them in Stormblood. I cannot believe we met them right now. They plant seeds so far in advance. Armor Girl, thanks for getting us up to Bane. Also, what's going on back here, buddy? I don't remember you having that later. And what's this? What's this? What's this? Tell me about this. Tell me about this. What you doing? What is this? What is that? What is that shenanigans back there, huh? Huh? What are you doing here, buddy?
Suffice it to say, our reunion was not at all as I pictured it. Waiting until the last instant to join the fray. 'Tis plain you have not lost your appetite for the dramatic.
My appetite for the dramatic? Have you forgotten the circumstances of our parting? The heroic last stand, the tunnel filling with light, and then, had I known you intended to use forbidden magics to deliver me to some god's forsaken wilderness, I would have thanked you in advance.
Thancred.
If nothing else, you might have warned me that I would emerge from the live stream in the altogether. Eventually, I managed to fashion knives from some obsidian I found, and set about hunting for meat and hides. Given that I'm not all that skilled in leatherworking, it's probably for the best that I met the Vath before I was reunited with you.
So you were the fleshling clothed in skins of whom the storyteller spoke?
A description which fit me as ill as the skins themselves. Happily, I was able to trade with the Vath for garments better becoming a man of refinement. From them I learned of Ravana, and of the great warrior who had once laid him low.
And thence did you conclude that were you to track the Primal's movements, it would surely bring you into contact with the Scions once more?
It seemed a reasonable assumption. I could think of no one else with your enthusiasm for slaying beastmen gods. Until now, that is.
Ah, yes. The self-proclaimed Warriors of Darkness. 'Tis only fitting that they stand in opposition to the Warrior of Light, I suppose.
I glimpsed the leaders past, if only for a moment. They were confronting a man in black. An Ascian, I think.
If these warriors are capable of doing battle with Ascians and Primals both, they must be possessed of powerful protection. Protection not unlike the Echo.
That would be more confusing if I was not from the future, so not that worried about Ardbert and pals. Okay. I love the amount of voice acting in this expansion. Way to go. They have stepped up.
Blessed with the powers of the Echo and driven out to put down primals, despite his declarations that they walk a different path, I struggle to see how their goals conflict with ours. Nor is that the only oddity. I find it passing strange that such exceptional individuals have wholly escaped our notice until now. Surely we would have heard rumors and attempted to recruit them to our cause. I recall no such adventurers, and I would not sooner forget their like, nor would any of us, I think. One of our primary duties was to scour the city-states for promising candidates, which is how Yida and Papalimo found Media.
Ah, their memories. It seems like only yesterday that you slew your first primal. Speaking of which, I had the distinct impression that it was not the first time that band of merrymen and women had killed a god.
I labor to believe that a band of preternaturally gifted adventurers has been traveling the land, slaying primals without our knowledge. 'Twould imply gross negligence on our part. Speculation will avail us naught. There is much we do not know. There's far too much we do not know. For the present, we must needs concentrate on what we do know, namely that Lord Ravana is no more. Again, Vidofnir must be informed. The news may render her more receptive to Sir Emeric's invitation. Since you seem to have affairs well in hand here, I shall take my leave. Simply being in the vicinity of this colony is giving me a stinking headache. If you have need of me, I shall be with Master Matoya. I would beg her assistance in the search for Minfilia.
Wait, Minfilia is missing? I thought she escaped with Meteor.
I shall explain on the road. Much has happened in your absence.
Not to mention a squirrel was showing us their nuts. I think there was a squirrel chasing some nuts in those photos. It's hard to say for sure. They were action shots. It was all happening so fast. Here we go. did I end up on this motorcycle again? What are the sheer odds there? I assume I have a fair number of mounts. Maybe I don't, because I haven't really done extremes on this character and all that. And I haven't done tribal quests, so maybe I just don't have enough mounts. Yeah, I only have 15 mounts. Alright.
I had not thought to see thee again so soon, mortal. If thou seekest the night, know that she hath long since departed for Ishgard.
My thanks, Vidofnir, but it was not for her that we came. We bring good tidings for you and yours. Lord Ravana, who has been summoned by the Nath, has again been laid low.
Truly, once more you mortals have succeeded where mine own kind did fail. You have our deepest thanks.
Oh, would that we could take the credit. The god fell by another's hand.
Another. Revelation upon revelation. Regardless, it is cause for celebration. The Nath will have no choice but to withdraw. But to another matter. I have tidings for thee as well.
Regarding to the Ishgardian's invitation.
As promised, I brought the matter to my sire. Hearken to his answer now. For 1,000 years I have mourned my beloved, who gave her life to forge a peace thy king betrayed. Such was my lot, until a child of Ishgard came unto me. For want of warmth she wrapped herself in a dream, yet the world will remember her deeds. For truth she fought, for justice she sinned, for redemption she sacrificed and became as light. To follow one's heart, to have faith in one's convictions, be it for weal, be it for woe, such is the folly and glory of man and of dragon. Ye have entrusted the choice to us, and we have made it. We will keep faith with you who walk in the light.
Then you accept Sir Amaric's invitation?
Let it be known that I, Vidofnir, shall journey unto Ishgard on behalf of my people.
We are honored to receive your answer, and we will convey your words to our allies without delay. It is happening, Ishsael. Would that you were here to see it.
Even as the Scions celebrated the return of a long-lost friend, honorable men plotted to deprive them of another.
I didn't even know you could do that! That was mind-blowing!
Honorable men, to whom Sir Emeric was no hero, but a scheming patricide.
What? No!
Honorable men who would fain wash the paving stones of Foundation with the tyrant's blood.
That was incredible!
Honorable men whose knife in the dark was the spark which set the city aflame, and who sang as it burned.
He can't die. He doesn't die, does he? Oh. I don't know how you timed that notification if that said it right between every line, but he can't die, can he? Right. Thank you for gifting us up to Brian.
Right. Let us not keep Sir Aymeric waiting. Are you quite well, Thancred?
Yes. Yes, quite well. Forgive me. You have given me rather a lot to digest. This whole affair with the Ashgardians and the Dravanians, and our friends nowhere to be found. 'Twould seem there is no end to troubles.
We can but face them head-on, one at a time. For now, we must apply ourselves to our allotted tasks and leave the others to theirs. Remember, Thancred, we found you, as they found me. In time, we will find Ida and Papalymo and Menphilia as well. These troubles will soon be but a memory, one which we will look back on together.
Pray do not misunderstand. I did not mean to imply that it would be otherwise. I merely wish that I had rejoined our grand adventure at one of its more triumphal moments. Despite your recent accomplishments, the mood here is less than celebratory. But I have no doubt that we will enjoy many more glorious victories soon enough, and you may rest assured that I will play my part in them to the very hilt.
I know you will. So then, to the congregation!
I can't mount here. I'm supposed to go live with Brian in 7 minutes, so I figure we wrap up this quest.
You have returned. In this, the least, the fates are kind. Greetings, First Commander. It pleases me to inform you that Vidofnir has accepted Sir Aymeric's invitation. She has? Oh. These are glad tidings indeed. Would that the Lord Commander were here to hear them. Ah, he's otherwise engaged? Aye. Sleeping off a night, knife to the gut. What? What happened? Will he live? The Sherirdans tell me he will make a full recovery. But had Lord Edmont and Lord Artroil not been on hand when the assassin struck, he would not have been so fortunate. For a mercy, they subdued the fiend before he could land the telling blow. The attack was just the beginning, though. No, not long after, the buildings all around the city, including several of ours, burst into flame. Oh, bastards caught us completely by surprise. We've been dousing the fires, but for everyone we put out, it seems 2 more start up. Casualties are mounting, especially in the Broom. 'Tis plain to see these fires were started by the assassin's conspirators. Until they have been rounded up, there will be no end to this. Will you help us find them?
Of course.
Then let us be about it.
So I know the fires are super urgent. I'm actually going to take a second.
The flames are spreading. We must needs begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found, suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city, in both pillars and foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I think it best to divide our forces. Master Alphino and Mistress Yustola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in Foundation. If as you wish, mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Meaning, Media and me'll get the pillars. Oh, like they'll get me up there. Only question is, will the griddle old rogues strike a pose over there when you joining us?
Thancred of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and may I say, what a pleasure it is to meet you, my lady.
I'll bet. The name's Hilda. A scion, eh? Oh, no, I was thinking I'd found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious personages.
I will remain here to coordinate the fire-quenching effort. If you learn aught of value, pray inform me immediately. That is all.
Lucia keeping us on task there. Felt like we were having a moment. Well, we could begin by sifting through the charred rubble and questioning random passerby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who could be counted on to know things he or she should not. Who do you have in mind? Maybe I'm telling you. Maybe one of the Fortemps people?
Oh, I? The infamous Lord Elaine of Fortemps. Lover of women and wine, though neither care for him that much. They say he could gossip for Ishgard.
Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Meteor.
He'll be at the Crozier, most like, making an effort to be seen, so let's go and see him.
Grizzled I will accept, but old. Oh, poor Thancred. Do you think maybe it's the white hair and gray beard? Do you think that's what's making you look old, buddy?
Well, if it isn't Meteor, dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the matter, old boy?
I was kind of wondering if you knew about the fires.
Oh, yes! The arsons. Dreadful business. That and awfully curious, wouldn't you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can't have the old pile going up in flames, after all. Oh, in case you were wondering why the Hoplawn is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vault have been opened for those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Amaric's orders, from what I hear. Remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were thinking of questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hoplawn. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and despondent young maidens.
Wait a moment.
I know what that is. You're giving me one of your looks, aren't you? You do me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know, my heart yearns for but one rose. Prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well. If it will help to prove the purity of my intentions, I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now, run along and catch those arsonists.
That was not entirely what I had hoped for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind. For our next step, I suggest we divide our efforts. While you question the refugees in the Hoplawn Meteor, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda?
You know what? I reckon I could. Can't have you roaming around in an unfamiliar city by your lonesome, can we? You'd only get robbed blind and left shivering in your small clothes.
That would be the second time today that we got to see Thancred in his small clothes or less. Be time for squirrel duty again.